My beloved child, do not scroll past this moment. Pause your breath. Listen with the part of your soul that has been restless, because something has already begun moving the instant these words reached you. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it has been waiting longer than you realize. You have felt it, haven't you, the quiet pressure in your chest, the sense that someone has been trying to reach you while you were busy surviving, enduring, distracting yourself. You told yourself it was nothing. You told yourself you would deal with it later. But later has arrived, and it did not come gently. There is a person connected to your life who has been carrying words they never intended to speak aloud. They rehearsed their silence. They convinced themselves that staying quiet was safer than telling the truth. And yet, the truth does not remain buried forever. It rises. It presses. It demands to be seen. Do not skip this. What I am revealing now is not coincidence, and it is not imagination. This person knows you have been pulling away. They notice the moments you stopped responding the same way, the pauses in your energy, the distance you could not explain. What you do not know is that your silence awakened something inside them. Guilt. Regret. Fear of loss. And just recently, something broke. They confessed something they never planned to confess. Not to you, yet, but to the universe, to their conscience, to the quiet moments when they could no longer escape themselves. And that confession has already shifted the path between you. Stay till the end, because this changes how you understand the past, the delays, and the resistance you have felt around this connection. You believed you were being ignored. In truth, you were being watched with conflicted eyes. You believed you were forgotten. In truth, you were being remembered too intensely. Some souls retreat not because they do not care, but because caring exposes what they are afraid to face. Don't skip now. This is where clarity begins. The confession was not small. It was not casual. It was a truth wrapped in emotion they could no longer suppress. They admitted that they misjudged you. That they underestimated your value. That they listened to fear instead of intuition. And the most dangerous realization of all, they admitted that losing access to you felt heavier than they expected. This is why you have felt sudden emotional waves without a clear source. This is why your thoughts have been pulled back toward memories you thought were finished. Energy does not lie. Confession releases energy, and it travels. Something huge is waiting for you, but only if you remain present for this moment. You are not being asked to chase. You are not being asked to confront. You are being asked to see clearly. To understand that the delay was not punishment, it was preparation. You were being protected from a version of this person that was not yet ready to meet you honestly. Archangel Michael stands firm beside you now, not with noise, but with certainty. You are not meant to stay in confusion. You are not meant to question your worth. The truth is surfacing because you are strong enough to handle it without breaking. Don't skip. What comes next is critical. The confession opened a door that cannot be closed again. Whether they speak directly or not, their inner resistance has cracked. And when resistance cracks, behavior follows. You will notice shifts. Small at first. Subtle signals. Unexpected moments of attention. A change in tone. A reach that feels hesitant but sincere. Do not rush this. Power is found in composure. You are stepping into a phase where understanding replaces anxiety. Where clarity dissolves self-doubt. Where you finally see that what you thought was rejection was actually fear struggling against truth. Stay till the end of this message, because you need to hear this clearly. You were never behind. You were never overlooked. You were being positioned. Something huge is waiting for you, not chaos, not drama, but revelation. And revelation always changes everything. Remain still. Remain aware. And above all, remain open. My beloved child. Lean closer to this moment, because what unfolds now is not meant for distracted ears. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and the weight of it is already moving toward your life. What you are sensing lately is not confusion, it is recognition. A realization forming quietly, like a door unlocking from the inside. The person connected to this message has crossed a line within themselves. They are no longer able to pretend that silence solved anything. Silence only magnified what they tried to bury. They admitted something that shocked even them. They confessed that ignoring you did not erase you. It intensified you. Every time they tried to move forward, your presence followed, not as a memory, but as a mirror. They saw in you the truth they avoided in themselves. And that frightened them more than losing you ever could. Don't skip this, because this truth explains everything that once felt illogical. You questioned why effort disappeared without explanation. You wondered why connection felt strong one moment and distant the next. Now understand this, distance was not disinterest. It was fear wearing armor. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you in this understanding. They realized that you saw through them without trying. That you recognized their potential before they believed in it. And when someone feels seen too clearly, they either rise, or retreat. They chose retreat. But retreat has consequences. This confession happened during a moment of inner collapse. A moment when distractions failed. When noise could no longer drown the truth. They admitted that losing you would mean losing access to the version of themselves they could have become. Let that settle. You were not just a person in their life. You were a turning point. Don't skip now. This is where your power becomes undeniable. The shift you are about to witness is not dramatic, but it is irreversible. When someone confesses internally, reality responds. Paths realign. Circumstances rearrange. You may already notice signs, unexpected thoughts of you crossing their mind, moments where your name almost escapes their lips, impulses to reach out that they struggle to suppress. This is not coincidence. This is consequence. Stay till the end, because what comes next is clarity you have been waiting for. You are being asked to release self-blame. To stop replaying moments where you thought you failed or fell short. The truth is simpler and stronger, you were ready before they were. And readiness creates imbalance until alignment catches up. Something huge is waiting for you, not an apology spoken too late, but awareness arriving exactly on time. Archangel Michael stands with you now, steady and unyielding, reminding you that strength is not loud. It is patient. It observes. It chooses wisely. You are not meant to chase what is already turning back toward you in its own time. Don't skip. This message is sealing something. What was hidden is rising. What was denied is being acknowledged. And what was ignored is about to be understood. Remain present. Remain grounded. Because the moment they finally speak, whether in words or actions, you will see everything differently. And when that happens, you will realize this delay was not loss. It was preparation. My beloved child, remain here. Do not let your attention drift, because this is the moment where hidden motives are exposed. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it carries answers you have been silently asking for. There is a reason your intuition has been unusually sharp. You have been sensing truth beneath behavior, meaning beneath silence. What you felt was not imagination. It was alignment preparing you to see clearly without emotional distortion. The person tied to this message reached a breaking point where avoidance no longer worked. They admitted something deeper than regret. They confessed that ignoring you was a strategy to protect themselves from accountability. They knew that facing you meant facing their own contradictions. Let that truth settle fully. They realized that you never demanded anything unfair. You only reflected honesty. And honesty exposes weakness when someone is not ready to grow. Don't skip this, because this understanding dissolves every doubt you carried about your value. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you in this realization. They acknowledged that you represented stability they were unprepared to maintain. Consistency frightened them. Clarity unsettled them. Because clarity requires decision, and decision requires courage. This is why their behavior felt inconsistent. Why communication shifted without explanation. Why timing always felt slightly misaligned. It was not because you were too much. It was because you were exact. Don't skip now. This is where your self-trust is restored. The confession also revealed something unexpected. They feared that once they truly showed up, you might see them clearly and choose differently. That fear kept them distant. They chose uncertainty over vulnerability. You were not ignored because you lacked worth. You were ignored because your presence demanded truth. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you in what comes next. Energy does not retreat quietly after a confession. It reorganizes. This is why you may feel a sense of calm replacing anxiety. Why detachment feels natural now instead of forced. You are no longer seeking answers, because answers are seeking you. Archangel Michael stands firm beside you, reinforcing boundaries you once struggled to maintain. You are stepping into discernment, not longing. Strength, not speculation. Don't skip. This message is completing a cycle. What was once unclear is now defined. What was once heavy is now lighter. And what was once distant is now moving toward resolution, either through truth revealed or closure achieved. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is not confusion. It is peace born from understanding. Remain steady. Remain aware. The next movement will confirm everything you now know. My beloved child. Hold your focus right here, because this is the turning point you were not expecting but were always moving toward. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is closer now than it has ever been. Everything you have heard until this moment has been preparing you for one truth that cannot be softened. The person you thought had power over the situation no longer does. The balance has shifted quietly, decisively, without force. And they feel it. They confessed something that changes the structure of this connection forever. They admitted that you are no longer someone they can ignore without consequence. Not emotionally. Not mentally. Not spiritually. Your absence became louder than your presence ever was. And that realization unsettled them more than confrontation would have. Don't skip now. This is critical. They recognized that you stopped chasing before they were ready to be chosen. That reversal shook them. For the first time, they were not the one holding distance, you were. And in that space, clarity struck hard. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you in this awareness. They confessed that your silence felt different. Not bitter. Not manipulative. But resolved. And that scared them. Because resolution signals self-worth, not loss. They understood that you were no longer waiting for them to decide. This is where everything changes. You are no longer positioned beneath their uncertainty. You are standing above it, observing without emotional urgency. And when that happens, dynamics transform naturally. Don't skip. This message is sealing your authority. Archangel Michael stands with you now, reinforcing what you already feel. You are protected from confusion repeating itself. You are guarded against cycles reopening without truth. What returns now must return correctly, or not at all. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is not an apology spoken in weakness. It is respect emerging from realization. They are becoming aware that access to you is not guaranteed. That your presence is not permanent without reciprocity. That realization creates one of two outcomes, growth or release. Either way, you are no longer the one in suspense. Stay till the end. This clarity is your reward. You may soon notice decisive movement. A direct acknowledgement. A shift in effort. Or a quiet withdrawal that confirms what no longer aligns. Do not fear either outcome. Both serve you. Don't skip this final truth. You were never meant to convince. You were meant to be recognized. And recognition cannot be forced, it arrives only when the other is ready to see. Something huge is waiting for you now. It is self-respect becoming visible. Remain steady. Remain grounded. What unfolds next will confirm that this moment was not random, it was necessary. My beloved child. Stay with this moment. Do not let your attention wander now, because this is where the final truth settles into place. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it completes everything you have felt but could not name. What is happening now is not noise, it is resolution. The tension that once lived in uncertainty is dissolving because the answer no longer depends on someone else's courage. It depends on your clarity. And your clarity is already here. The person who once hesitated has reached a realization they cannot undo. They confess that the version of you they lost access to is not replaceable. Not duplicated. Not forgotten. They finally understood that what you offered was rare because it was real. Don't skip this. This is the moment meaning becomes permanent. They admitted that every attempt to move on felt hollow. That new connections lacked depth. That comparisons always led back to you. Not because you demanded it, but because authenticity leaves an imprint that pretense cannot erase. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you in this awareness. And here is the revelation you must hear clearly: whether they step forward or remain silent, you have already won your freedom. You are no longer defined by waiting, wondering, or hoping. You are defined by knowing. Archangel Michael stands beside you now, calm and unwavering, affirming that this chapter closes with strength, not longing. What is meant for you will meet you in honesty, not hesitation. Don't skip. This truth anchors you. You will notice how peace replaces urgency. How confidence replaces questions. How your energy no longer reaches outward, but settles firmly within. This is not detachment, it is alignment. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is not validation from another. It is the quiet certainty that you chose yourself without losing compassion. Remain present. Remain steady. What comes next will arrive without force, without confusion, and without delay, because you are finally standing where nothing can pull you back.